pleased today to have an opportunity to spend some time with Pastor Bo Brink. For those of you who don't know Pastor Bo, he served here at Faith Community from 2011 to 2017, and he's been a blessing along with his wife Barb to this ministry ever since. And prior, he served as a missionary in Venezuela for a long time and has a real missional heart, which is one of the things we've always loved about Pastor Bo. And since his retirement from here, you've been a missionary in Peru, you've been in Chile,
Dominican Republic,
and Liberia.
Yes.
So his retiring was really more of a rewiring into new mission fields. And today we're going to be talking about another mission field that he's looking at going into. And before we get into that, I want to share a Bible passage because it really fits into a journey that Pastor Bo has been going through between his mission work. And this passage comes from Philippians chapter 1, and I'm going to start with verse 21. St. Paul writes, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean fruitful labor for me. Yet what shall I choose? I do not know. I'm torn between the two. I desire to depart and be with Christ, which is better by far, but it is more necessary for you that I remain in the body." So, Bo, it was a difficult chapter that you found yourself in and are still in, getting to the end of the chapter, thankfully. Mm-hmm. That chapter started towards the end of your mission work in Chile, right?
Yes.
Where you really started feeling sick. And explain a little bit about what happened and where you're at now with the battle of cancer that you've been going through.
Yeah, so I had symptoms like bloating and indigestion and loss of weight and just feeling bad. And then on July 13th, I was diagnosed with a type of cancer, which was later specified as one of the many kinds of B-cell lymphoma cancers. And then I went through some hospitalizations, and the reason this text from Philippians is important is because I did almost die. My pleural cavities had filled up with cancerous liquid, and I couldn't breathe. But then, so I was close to death, and I would have been happy to go home to heaven, but I'm also happy to get to stay here and to serve the Lord in different ways.
One of the things that was a constant theme when we would visit together, when I'd come to your house, is I know that if the Lord gave you an opportunity to recover from this cancer and thank the Lord, you are in remission.
Yes.
You're in your final week of chemo. That's what the chemo pack there is all about. But there was a desire that if the Lord did allow your life to continue, you wanted to get back involved in mission and ministry. And now you're already looking at something very important and special, not in another country in this case, but in this community. So can you tell us about this new mission opportunity that you're going to be pursuing?
Yes. So there's been talk for over a decade about starting the first Lutheran Hispanic ministry or church plant here in Las Vegas. And now all the things are falling into place, and the pastors of the circuit seem to be in favor of it. They're sharing with their congregations in these weeks of November to see if everybody is in agreement to start this new ministry. And so I'm excited because I can be a volunteer and get to do what I love to do most, which is to start a new Hispanic congregation. It will still require that we bring on board a church planter at the right time, but I love the basic evangelism and visitation and teaching new Christians, all the startup work, and I think that by God's grace I'm going to get to participate in that.
Mm-hmm. And I know that for you, God's mission has always been urgent. Going through cancer and now coming out of it, as you look at getting involved in missions again, I know that sense of urgency has even grown.
Yeah.
This is right up your alley because you've got a lot of experience in planting mission churches. So this is just a perfect opportunity
Yeah.
for us to get behind you and support you in doing just that.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah.
thank you. That it could be like the perfect storm for between me surviving cancer and having a great desire to participate in this ministry, and our own congregation coming alongside to support that ministry, and also, like you say, I get to live with a new sense of urgency. Knowing that I almost died, but the Lord let me keep living, and that I want to use the time I have on earth for the good of to expand Christ's kingdom, and right now specifically here in Las Vegas.
As a congregation, we are going to be behind you through our offerings. So we're going to help to support the mission work that you're going to be involved in. I'm wondering if there are other ways that people in our congregation can also get behind this endeavor and possibly serve even in this Hispanic mission plant.
Yeah, and lots of ideas come to my mind about how the members of faith and our other Lutheran congregations can become hands-on volunteers. For example, we'll be teaching English as a second language to first-generation Hispanic immigrants, and I do that in a bilingual format, and so we can have English-only volunteers working with Hispanic immigrants and going over grammatical and practical language points that I have presented beforehand, so everybody will feel comfortable. Another example is we're going to do some children's outreach, and Hispanic children speak English because they've learned it in our schools, and so a lot of people who only speak English can serve, whether it's in the ESL program or in the children's ministry, or even on groundskeeping. Like we're hoping to get to do all of this at Redeemer Lutheran, but there are sections where we're going to need to like renew, refurbish, and so there'll be hands-on ways of ministering there also.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Pastor Bo, since you are going to be jumping into a Hispanic ministry opportunity, could you give us a little Spanish encouragement for how to do that?
Sure. Quiero animar a todos mis hermanos y hermanas a considerar la posibilidad de participar en este ministerio. No importa si alguien no conozca español, pueden participar ayudando en el programa de inglés como segundo idioma o en el ministerio con los niños o también en ayudando en el plantel del ministerio en la Iglesia Luterana Redentor. Es una gran oportunidad de servir al Señor y conocer a otra cultura y gozar en ver el crecimiento de la Iglesia.
Many people I know in our church, in our schools, and of course many other family members and friends that you have been praying you through this cancer, praying for Barb and her strength, and we're so grateful to see how the Lord is bringing you through this. And so I just want to encourage all of you to continue to pray now, as Pastor Bo's got a wonderful opportunity to use the gifts and experiences that God's given him so that he can continue to invite people to know Jesus in this new exciting mission endeavor right here in Las Vegas. And we look forward to supporting you in what ways we can as a church. And we're just grateful that you have this opportunity to once again jump back into mission and ministry. And we wish you God's blessings every step of the way.
Thank you very much. And I also am very thankful to the Lord and to Faith Community that if all goes well, this new ministry is going to become a reality, and that God willing, the Lord can use me as one of the components in making it thrive.
He's used you mightily throughout the years, and I have no doubt he's going to do it again. So
Yeah.
God's blessings, Bo.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
He's faithful and he is true. The whole